Hey, what's up everybody? Max Keller here, Save Your Home Buyers. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It is finally cooled down, so we're going for a little bit of a walk. Kind of got to the end of the day. And I wanted to talk real quick about bringing in help. Somebody to help your loved one with, whether it's medical care or personal care. People reach out to me here in Northeast Tarrant County to help them just kind of navigate this journey. I'm a best-selling author and wrote the book on senior housing. It's called Home to Home, the step-by-step senior housing guide. And in the book and workbook, I break down some really important questions and things to consider. I'm gonna take a stop here under the tree. Some things to consider when you're looking to bring in medical or, personal care. And so, because, if you don't get the right agency or the right provider in to help, it causes big problems. I mean, with medical, that's pretty obvious. Medical has to be the right person, providing the services, and it also has to be timely because you don't want your loved one not getting the care that they need. So that's a no-brainer, right? And then, and the same thing with the personal care, whether it's just, helping with the activities of daily living, eating, bathing, all that type of stuff. I mean, getting the right person. Anytime you have somebody go into your, parents' home, that's obviously a big deal. You don't want just anybody doing that. So how do you make sure that you have the right people? Because if you don't, who knows what could happen? The people might not give the right level of service. They just don't show up and are super flaky, or you end up paying a lot more than you really have to, or you let some people in the home that aren't the right people, they can steal or worse. So it's definitely something you want to get checked out. And what I recommend people do is when they're doing their homework, here's some questions. They're in my book, page 63, and it talks about bringing in help. And once again, there's people who are medical that are going to come in and actually do medicine type stuff, therapy, checking vitals, stuff like that, right? And then the personal care is, taking people to appointments, shopping, food preparation, bathing, helping with eating, dressing, doing, the laundry. And so, there's agencies that do this, there's independent people that do this. You're gonna have to decide for yourself. But here's a few questions if you're reaching out to a home care agency that I would consider asking. Number one, what services do you provide? And the reason that's important is not just what they'll provide, but what they won't do. Because, if you see yourself needing more services in the future, you just kind of want to plan ahead and make sure that you're, with the right place, right? How long have you been providing these services? Are you licensed by the state? Okay, that's important. And then if they are, you can go and check on a state website, ask them who they're licensed through, and then, because every state's different. And then you can go and look them up and see if there's any complaints or anything like that, right? Do you perform background checks on your staff? To me, this is like a deal breaker. If they're not doing that, I'm just not comfortable. We had some folks come in and help and do a little bit of treatment and stuff with my grandma, and I was just real picky about who came into our house. I'm sure you are too, right? How will you communicate with family members if needed? Sometimes if it's medical care, like home health care, depending on, the level that the senior's at, you may need to be there. So, look at those birds. That is so cool. Oh, I think you can see them flying. Man, this is just a cool area. You got wildlife and everything, even with climate change. Okay. And last one is, because you want to be communicated with, you need to be kept in the loop of what's going on. And if you're not going to be there, what is the communication process, right? And then, are your caregivers available 24 hours a day? Depending on what you need, that may be important and may not. Last thing is reference checks. It's just the same old story. If you prepare ahead of time and ask those questions and do your reference checks, ask them what the costs are, are certain things extra, what you offer, that's going to give you a big advantage. What I found is that when you know what questions to ask, the person that you're asking the questions to kind of picks up on that. And I'm not saying people ever withhold information, but I think probably just human nature, they're just a little more, likely to give you everything you need and more when they can tell that you've been following the game and you know what questions to ask, and you're putting the odds in your senior parents' favor. So, or grandparents. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, just check out some of our other videos. I hope you have a great day. Be well and be blessed. Bye.